Hey Aries, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for returning if you are a returning visitor, and thank you for stopping by if you're new. I welcome you. This is a new channel for me, but I'm not new to tarot. If you followed me over from my other channel, thank you very much. Aries, I feel like you're coming back into alignment. There's something about balancing your chakras at this point. I'm seeing literally all 7 chakras, and interesting, this number 7 could really be relevant to you at this time, and you've been seeing that number. I am also working with the energy of the 7 oracle deck for you today. Probably will for all of the signs, just feeling that energy. Aries. Yes, I'm seeing the chakras. Show me, please. Which one? Purple. Crown chakra. Your crown chakra. Okay. Crown, brow-ish between there. I feel like you've come back, like you rearranged for a while. You decided to mix things up, try new things, jumble. Maybe even if you're a fellow tarot reader, maybe you did this with your readings. You jumbled the zodiac, for instance, just an example, just to kind of break the tradition or break the monotonous everyday grind of your workflow. There is something about workflow that you're doing, trying to find the right balance in workflow. My cat is everywhere. Some of you could be having issues with your cats, so they're just very clingy, very needy, you know. If he acts up, I'll have to to put him outside. Okay, maybe you have to put someone out. Maybe you had to put someone out because they were making too much noise again. Yes. Noise. Or maybe you're you're working in a bunch of noise, or you have to work in around a lot of noise, Aries. It kind of becomes background noise to you. What's becoming background noise? What are you tuning out? Someone's kind of monotonous persistence. Maybe something's annoying you, but you just kind of got to put it in the back of your mind and not let it get to you, or ignore it completely, or be indifferent to it, or pretend it's not there. Or sometimes we just have to put it outside, let it be outside where it belongs. I'm probably going to have to do that. Sorry, 1 second, guys. I feel it's imperative to tell you guys to drink your water. Get your water out this week as well, okay? Sorry, but I have to be an example to you. I can't tell you what to do if I'm not doing it. There's something about you needing to set the right example, set the right tone in what you're doing. Be the example of what you're trying to accomplish. Okay. Be the example of what you're trying to accomplish or what you're trying to get out of others, Aries. Don't ask anyone to do anything you're not willing to do yourself. Don't expect a result out of someone or an effort out of someone that you yourself are not putting in. If you're expecting change around you but making no internal change, you've got your priorities backwards. Please don't take anything I'm saying as personal, guys. General messages only. Only take it if it fits, of course. You are in perfect harmony. Something about music. Maybe you are a musician. In perfect harmony. Finding a flow. Number 11. Doorways. We also have Wish Upon a Star. Number 39. Tender Embrace. In the Crown. Wanting a tender embrace. Okay, we will read Imperfect Harmony at the end here. Okay, there's a lot. You're working your magic, right? Especially if you're working with the color purple. I feel like telling you the color purple is significant. Again, you might just be seeing that number a lot, but I feel like your magic is working, if you were wondering. It's just taking you a level of persistence and dedication and consistency. Okay? And again, sometimes if you were in a 9 of Wands kind of energy, I just felt that for somebody. The 9 of Wands is technically the card of insanity because it's doing something over and over and over again the same way and expecting a different result. So whatever you've been doing the same way, you know has to change. That's why you're making changes. But like I was saying at the beginning, I feel like all the changes that you have made, it's almost like now it's coming back into order. Now it's coming back into alignment. The Lovers on the bottom of the deck. Nice. We're coming back into union, but because of the choices that we're making. And see the rainbow behind them now. This could be, if you're in a partnership of some kind, maybe 2 people are choosing to come back into alignment with each other because they're feeling the heart's frequency and the resonance. Maybe you went off and did your own thing, went your separate ways, mixed things up a little bit, take it as it see fits, and now once you went through those lessons of being apart, now you're coming back together. It could be speaking about the twin flame journey, but I don't really subscribe to those titles. Not saying they don't exist, I'm just saying I don't particularly use them myself. Justice. 11, again. Here we go. Libra. Truth. Balance. Sacrifice. Where we give, where we take. How are we using justice? Karma. Balance. Also, if this is legalities, we're looking at contracts. Soul contracts. Death. Some contract coming to an end. Is that what we have agreed upon? Is that what's amiable at this time? Are we trying to do, I just heard amicable as well. Are we trying to do this amicably? Yes. Okay. If that's the decision. If that's the decision. Let's just look at the chakras, shall we? Okay. In your root, we have Page of Swords in the reverse, needing more information, a lack of learning or a lack of skill or a lack of understanding. Someone is saying, I don't understand the choices that you're making. I don't understand why you've made the choices that you made, or why maybe you're flip the roles as you see fit, and I don't understand a person's decision making. I need more information. This could also be lies. It could be a little bit of slander. It's a little bit of not really so much speaking, but more watching to understand. Maybe you're watching someone or someone's watching you, to kind of gauge your movements, gauge your steps, watching. It's a big ass sword someone's holding here. Something's really big too. Someone maybe, but it's in reverse, like it's an idea. It's not like someone has a big idea or has baby knowledge. I hate to pick on you because you're the baby, you know, but I have to a little bit. And work with it. Work with your energy. Baby does not mean new. In fact, baby probably means the oldest of all, because this knowledge is so pure, you know? But for whatever reason, because this little page is holding the biggest sword out of all of the court cards in this deck. I think this is the spellcaster. Yes, spellcaster. Page of Swords has the biggest idea. The smallest person, the littlest idea will bring you the biggest results, but it's in your root chakra energy. It's in your root, and it's in reverse, like it's unsure of itself. Sacral. Are all these in reverse? No. Okay. Sacral, Four of Cups in reverse. Apathy and not giving an F, frankly. Not giving an F. You or the person around you. You could need, again, to take more time to meditate on this idea, and you're not. Or this person really needs to... Someone could drink a little bit. I'm seeing someone kind of like with a little Buddha belly going on. There's a need to... If you need that time to get your thoughts right, because I see you've got a big idea, how do you execute it? Take that time. Maybe for some of you, that's needing to meditate in your sacral energy. But it's also telling me that you have felt extremely apathetic in your sacral energy, particularly maybe in your sexual energy. Also, I mean, we saw the Lovers here. We've seen a union that could have gone its separate ways, or it's also this sense of not knowing, understanding, maybe even our own sexuality, what we really, where we are in that. Like I said, and I saw the rainbow earlier, so of course I could be speaking to my LGBTQ community, or you're dealing with someone who's not entirely certain about themselves. You could be dealing with a Cancer, for sure. Or maybe you've seen something about a person or a situation that's made you question who they are. I could go down the rabbit hole kind of deep there. So I'm not trying to like call anyone out about any of that. It's more like someone really needs to take the time to know what they are and present the truth about themselves. We saw Justice. Justice is searching for the truth about a matter. This Page of Swords, I don't really know his or her intentions, but he's got big receipts, a big receipt in his hand. He's looking at the evidence, but how is he presenting it? It's like it's hidden under the surface. It's something that isn't being discussed, it's being figured out. Solar, third chakra, Two of Swords, and we are now at a crux, we're at a decision point. Two of Swords has been coming out a lot recently, and it's a collective energy that I feel like the collective is at a choice point about. Many of you have already made this choice and you don't even know it. You've already reached the end of a particular life cycle or a particular stage of life that you were already in, and it's like you're kind of in limbo going, is this it? What exactly am I supposed to do from here? That was it? That was the lesson? That was what all this was about? That was really what this fight was about? That's it? That's all you wanted? Divine is going to put that back in your lap and be like, hey, choice point, choice time. What do you want to do? Now that you have the information, what are you going to do with it? Now that you have this information, be it low level, okay, we don't have a court card out here yet for you. Be it low level, you have a choice to make from your sacral energy, from your solar energy, your powerhouse. All right. You feel indecisive in the choice and where you should put your creativity, where you should put your energy, where you should give your power. There's a blockage in the solar plexus, or you could be feeling that someone wants to keep you blocked in there, or something wants to keep you blocked in the solar region. It doesn't want you to express your power, but that's exactly where this is going to come from. How can you exercise this? by doing something repetitively. Four of Cups is saying, in reverse, is saying, there's a meditation, there's something you need to do consistently, okay? 4 is stable. 4 can be stagnant. We don't want stagnancy, but we do need to do something repetitively in order to break the cycle. Because you're on, in fact, many of you have already gone through this cycle. You're already at the choice point. It's almost like the body's catching up to itself, or your spirit or something. It's like it's catching up to this decision that you've already made. I'm hearing the Matrix, the Oracle, when the Oracle is talking to Neo and she's saying, I think this is in the second one, she's like, you've already made the decision. You're here to understand why you made the decision that you made. You've already been down the rabbit hole. You already took the red pill, so to speak, okay, Aries? You already went down the rabbit hole and you went through the journey of the Matrix. You've been down that path. Now you've already made the choice. You're here to understand why you made it. Why you've already made a decision that you have. Heart chakra. Death again. Radical transformation in the heart space. It's pretty serious too. At the heart. Death. Major transformation. You could have been seeing lightning and thunder. It could have recently stormed where you are. You could have also been dealing with trees. I'm seeing trees. I'm seeing mountains. I had a dream the other night about scaling Mount Everest. And I did it, it was, I think I talked to Capricorn about that. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. I felt the need to tell you that. There's an ending that I think you've already embraced, even if the reality hasn't quite caught up to you. Even if the reality hasn't quite caught up to this decision that you've made, you've already made it. Someone's trying to understand this decision process of yours. Could let me know if you're also dealing with a Virgo for some reason. If you just watched the series on the School of Athens fresco that I just did for the zodiac sign, something about evidence. Someone presented a case in Virgo's reading without evidence. By the same token, whatever claims you make, Page of Swords here, whatever claims that are made without evidence can also be disproven without evidence. So the full backwards and forwards argument can be had here, okay? So just know, maybe you're making a claim, maybe you know something in your gut, right? You know someone or yourself is not satisfied in the situation. You know it. Your energy's saying as much. You're not satisfied in the connection or in some endeavor that you're pursuing here. And you've already made up your mind to radically transform this thing, or to flat out end this thing. That is the choice that you've already made, and but you're processing it in your heart. You're processing it at the heart level to get behind this decision that you've made. To get behind the decision of the Two of Swords blocking your solar house, your protection. It's about power. It's the driving force behind this vehicle. And I'm getting a vehicle now, the Merkaba. What's at the throat? 7 of Cups in the reverse at the throat chakra. I'm seeing energy of the 7 again. 5th chakra at the 5th chakra. Confusion. But in reverse, take your time with this decision. It was an illusion. Maybe it's not for you anymore. For many of you, this could also look like addiction. It could look like maybe I need to stop drinking. Maybe I need to just clear my mind a little bit more. Clear out the toxins that are inhibiting my body from processing. processing, and also from being receptive. Drink more water, channel on an empty stomach, and then eat after, to help you be more receptive and to be able to channel purple, the crown chakra. I'm seeing purple for you. You are getting the downloads, right? And the collective at this time is getting the downloads. You guys are getting multiple major, massive downloads, okay? But you're working with your bodies now on how to be this receptive, clear channel. Many of you do this on your own, but for those of you who know you are receiving downloads, but you have no idea how to process them because you're not connected yet to your conduit. You're not connected yet in your body to receive the message. And that, I do believe, was Cancer's message, was about being, in the last readings, it was about being receiving. It was about, Gemini was delivering the message, Cancer was receiving the message. How do you become a receiver of divine source? Is by keeping a clear channel, okay, with yourself. That was blocked. It was blocked because you were clearing out some old dead energy, okay? You were clearing this out. Again, it's already been done. For many of you already feel like you've done this. You've just cleared out, starting to clear out the last little remains of yourself, of this toxicity, whatever it was that was holding you back, and it was technically your own indecision. Indecision. No choice is a choice. Two of Swords, okay? No choice is a choice. Many of you just flat out did not want to make these changes, guys. We're human, okay? We're human. We don't want to always do the things that are hard that we know we need to do, but we just don't want to do it, okay? I know. But we know we have to, or we will not see change. So we had to get out of our stagnancy, get out of our own way, and start realizing that we have more options than we think we do. There's more available to us than we think there is. Sometimes change is hard, because especially if you, Two of Swords, don't know where you're going, if you don't know what the end looks like, and that's the truth, right? None of us know what death really looks like until we arrive. That's your download, Aries. Some of you literally could be afraid of dying. It's nothing to be afraid of. It doesn't mean a part of you, but it's something none of us who are living have ever experienced. At least not in this lifetime, You know what I mean? It's an experience that every person has to do alone, is die. Wow. I just watched the movie, I just watched Gladiator 2 last night or the night before, but I'm really being drawn back to the original Gladiator, which did not need a remake. I'm not even sure what Gladiator 2 was. Anyway, let me not. You may not understand the point of something. But anyway, the quote was, "Death smiles at us all. All a man can do is smile back." Right? All a man can do is smile back. Some of you have had NDEs. I'm getting that as well. You've come this close to being on the precipice, to knowing it. Some of you you've seen it. It was hard to believe what you saw, right? Because you went into the state of illusion, the confusion, the Seven of Cups, this ethereal realm. What's real, what's not. I feel like the world, again, was asleep for so long. It was in this elusive state for so long. that they were delusional, right? They weren't seeing their situation clearly. They weren't seeing their partners clearly, the world clearly. But I feel like you see now. I feel like you see. At the very least, you have blinders on. Blinders, Aries, towards this new destination that you're getting ready to go after, or to travel to. Show me the brow. Another 7 here. 7 of Swords. First upright card, aside from death. The 7 of Swords is a bit different, though. In this 7 of Swords, he knows that he has to leave a version of himself behind. He has to leave the pack behind. These are his guardians, right? The wolves are a part of a pack. It's knowing he's got to leave them behind. He's left them a sword, though. He's left them the Ace of Swords. He's carrying 6 swords, and let me see, 2 on his back, 4 in his hands. So that 2 of Swords are indecision on the back, and the 4, which is technically meditation, it's sleep, it's healing, but 6 swords denotes travel, overcoming a situation. He didn't want to leave his companions with nothing. He left them with a sword. So they didn't leave you with nothing, Aries. They left you with a big sword. They left you with the biggest sword. Maybe it was a life or death situation. I'm getting that too for some reason. Something about the wilderness. Maybe there was a life or death situation and someone had to leave another behind while they either went for help or went for support, but they didn't leave you with nothing. They left you with something in order to keep you through, but you had to do this, Maybe you had to leave someone behind. You didn't leave them with nothing, but you left them with something that they could use for their own survival, to protect themselves, or to hunt with, or something. There's something about that. Some of you feel like you were abandoned. In the brow, the 7 of Swords is what you know. Right here in the 3rd eye is what you know. That you either were abandoned or you did the abandoning. But you did it, I feel like telling you just left someone. You left something that wasn't working for you. For someone. Right? You left it. But you didn't leave it with nothing, is what I feel the need to tell you. Show me the crown. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. There's the end, right? That ending that you've already decided upon. A family connection, a legacy that's technically divorce, guys, and division of assets. 10 of Pentacles in reverse always is separation of family. In my book, always. You've made this choice. Why? There was a lot of evil eye on this connection. I hate to tell you that, guys. There was a lot of projection on this connection. Maybe even from its inception. Maybe even from the moment you got with this person, started talking to this person, there was a lot of negativity. Also something particularly around food. The food that we eat, what feeds us. You're going to know prosperity and wealth. You could have kids with this person, or this person already had kids, or it could have been like a blended family situation. It doesn't matter, but what I'm sensing is there was a lot of negativity on the food, or again, Aries, someone has a negative view on themselves and how you eat or how you intake. Remember, food is always suggestive of our thoughts. It's about our emotions. It's really about how we feel. What are you feeding yourself? The thoughts that you keep feeding yourself, the food that you keep feeding yourself determines your weight, your body, your appearance. And these are the things we were kind of maybe even concerned about. We were concerned a little bit about our sexuality, or it could even be our image, our body, or stuff like that. I mean, I'm getting that. And it's telling you, it's telling you that you're in harmony. But it is also about you needing to see it and recognize it. You know? You have to do that part for yourself. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink, you know? There's that saying. Advice for Aries. Strength. Control. The Diablo on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Aries. We talk about a heavy hand and a heavy hitter here. That's actually sounded quite literal. We have exited out of a huge toxic cycle in our lives, right? It has taken maybe even addictive patterns here, okay? And everything that you can think of where that's concerned. We have exited. And it's taking a lot of control. A lot of strength. You let me know if you're dealing with a Leo or a Capricorn, again, or Scorpio. It's taken a lot of control, man, or gal, to restrain from this thing. But that is your advice. That is your advice. To get control of the devil you know. Better the one you know than the one you don't, right? Something about that. You could be Irish. Let's read In Perfect Harmony. You're entering a time of healthy, harmonious partnerships. Can't make it up. Collaboration is key here, as you're invited to explore the potential inherent in making a commitment to another person, a group, or even yourself. Know that you're bringing different gifts to the table. You don't have to be in exact lock and step with everyone else. Being your authentic self actually brings you into alignment with others. You are a note in a harmony that neither overpowers nor is overpowered by any other. Your beautiful interdependence allows you all to shine. Just keep an eye out for a sign that your subconscious, which has been conditioned by your previous hurts and experiences, is working in a way not in accord with what your healthy self intends. For example, you may desire a relationship but expect to be betrayed, so you unconsciously sabotage it. You say you want to lose weight but continue to eat compulsively and avoid exercise. Am I a little psychic here, guys? Okay, maybe I should start a YouTube channel. Anyway, or a second YouTube channel. Anyway, you say in these moments you are not attuned with yourself, and this disharmony spills out into all other parts of your life. If this is happening, you might want to take a hard look at yourself, do a little self-inventory, forgive yourself, and then start singing a new song of self-love and acceptance. What's really great about this is how quickly you are now able to turn this around. Have no fear. It is so easy to get back in tune. All it takes is self-honesty and a willingness to heal. You can do it. This really is such a fortunate time. And a fortunate time to do it. Aries, I think that pretty much was the message. You've got it, and you've got this. And if you stepped out of alignment with yourself for a little while, or you were binging a little bit, so what? Okay, you've done something to the point of consistency over and over again. Many of you were established, I really do feel like, but maybe you're good at work, but you're not good at personal relationships, that sort of thing. Really, it's you're not good at, you feel like you're not good at the relationships with others, but you're being asked to work on the one within you. You're not good at relationships with others because you're not good at the one with yourself. Okay. And all that takes is building up a little sense of self-confidence. If you say you're going to do something, do it. That's it. Lockstep, simple. Okay? If you're going to do it, get up and do it. You're going to go to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning, get your butt up and go to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning. If you're going to meditate at 5 o'clock in the morning or whatever, go out there and meditate with the sunrise. Go ground, go connect. Most importantly, don't be hard on yourself when you have an off day. Don't chastise yourself when you behind justice, behind the devil. Come on. Like, let's get real with ourselves and back where we started with the Lovers and the Fool. Let's get real. That was the hidden thought there with the moon. This new beginning, that's you, that we want to have. The Lovers, getting back in alignment with ourselves, is about feeling right and just being honest with ourselves, being truth. It feels right when you don't cave into your negative self-habits, self-addiction, mostly like self-talk. Okay? You can do this. Aries, I believe in you. I hope you found messages here. I hope you enjoyed this message. If so, please remember to like the video, drop me a comment. Of course, I want to hear from you guys. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Help me grow. I really do appreciate it. The faster I grow, the sooner I won't have to ask. You know? Alright, I love you guys so much. I hope this helped you. I'll see you next time. Take care, Aries.